Dricus Du Plessis fired back at Khamzat Chimaev's comments yesterday. Khamzat said this is his peak now. You could say that Dricus is a bad version of me. I'll be back soon and I'll take him down. For me, Dricus is much more convenient than other fighters. Sean Strickland gets up well, and Dricus, he's a wrestler but more physical. We have the technique, wrestling, and counter wrestling to take him down and hold him. He knows it himself. That's why he's silent about me. Dricus fired back with an Instagram comment. He wrote, "Put a shirt on, princess, before you catch another cold." Yesterday, Aljamain Sterling announced that he suffered an injury during sparring and is out of his fight against Movsar Evloev at UFC 307. Movsar called for Diego Lopes to step in on short notice.
Unfortunately, I have to break the news. I will not be competing in Salt Lake City at UFC 307. In sparring, I had an injury.
Keep it straight. No.
Oh. You know, I did the stem cells, I took time off. Try to rehab it as much as I can, as best as I can with the PI team here. And unfortunately, it's out of my hands now. So Movsar, if you still really want to punch this handsome face, I put the challenge out to you to push the fight back and wait for daddy.
So Diego Lopes and Movsar Evloev fought back in 2023, and Movsar won via unanimous decision. Movsar posted this to X. He wrote at Diego Lopes, "Hey, if you want to defend your honor, you have 2.5 weeks to try to get this loss off your record." Diego fired back saying, "You had your chance a few months ago when I called you to fight. Now you sit back and watch as the bus leaves you waiting." Movsar fired back saying, "Hey, Dan Ige almost beat you a couple of months ago too. Why are you lying saying that you called me out? Next time I see you, maybe I give you a proper haircut because your barber is very cheap." Diego ended it off saying, "Brother, since my first victory in the UFC, I called you to fight. You could make excuses that you were above me in the rankings. Since our fight, I have 5 victories, while you have only fought once. You were lower in the rankings, not to mention you have not finished anyone." Matt Serra had some harsh words for Tim Welch. Merab made an appearance on UFC Unfiltered last night. Serra says that Tim exposed himself as a coach and says his corner work was
Why say my name? Just say Sugar, you know? And then I feel worried this because nobody do this in MMA.
It's a shady tactic, you know. And let me tell you about that Tim Welch. I know you had like some stuff with him, but this fight exposed him as a coach. Because when your guy is winning and knocking people out, sure, you look like a hero. When your fighter is obviously losing the fight and he starts losing rounds, Tim Welch was like not wanting to hurt his feeling. Okay, good round. No, it was, you're losing in 3 rounds. You got to get in. You got to say, you got to put this. He was afraid that he did not know how to handle his guy from that many rounds. And I thought his corner work was so. That's very saying it. So he exposed himself in that. You took care of business, and Tim Welch had no answers for his fighter.
Ben Askren had some harsh words for Conor McGregor today. Ben says after watching this recent video of Conor, he thinks he's out of control. Ben went on to say, "It's pretty obvious to me that Conor McGregor is an addict, and he is rich enough that it doesn't really have a huge negative impact on his life. Everyone kind of lets him do what he wants to do. But the guy clearly is out partying, can't show up for a training camp, and then because he can't show up for a training camp, he can't get ready to fight. There's videos of him partying constantly. And listen, if you're rich and famous, and you're not murdering anyone, or anything worse where you're going to jail, I guess fine, whatever. Go live your life." But he did kind of drag on that he was going to fight for 2 years, so it's really annoying. But I was on record saying he's not fighting in 2023. I was on record saying Michael Chandler should move on and just say, "Hey, you're not a serious fighter anymore. You're an addict and you can't train." I've said that many times, probably both drugs and alcohol. I don't know that I can make any pronouncements without actually seeing him do it, but I've watched enough videos to know that this guy is out of control. He's partying constantly, and from all rumors, he's on multiple substances. Belal Muhammad gives his take on what's next for Leon Edwards since losing the belt on the Verse Us podcast with Eric Nixick. Belal thinks that Leon will be out for a while because he's mentally weak. Make sure to go subscribe to Eric Nixick's YouTube channel. Links in the description.
Honestly, I said it before the fight. I thought that if he lost, he would be out for a while. I don't think he's the type that could take a loss, especially because it was like 3,000 days before he had a loss.
Yeah.
So I think that loss really hurt him mentally. And it's kind of like an undefeated guy. When they first lose, how are they going to come back from that loss?
Right.
Now it's up to him. But I always said it before, I thought he was weak mentally.
We were talking about it after the fight. He didn't look like he was there. Like, he didn't look responsive. He looked like he just was accepting a defeat. You have to have some sort of technical adjustments at some point, but he didn't look like he was listening to anybody or anything. He was just kind of like, dude, let me just get through this next 25 minutes and then go about it.
His last 2 fights before that were pretty dominant, right? He beat Usman and then he dominated Kobe. So you really didn't have that dog fight in you. And I said he doesn't have the dog in him. Even with that Usman head kick, it wasn't like they were in the corner and they told him, bro, we need this Hail Mary. And he didn't come out like, I need a Hail Mary, let me go for the kill. It was like, he just threw a perfect head kick at the perfect time.
Well, to the brother's credit, the brother called for that same side high.
Yeah, but I meant like when you see guys where they're down 4 rounds and they come out like, I got to go pedal to the metal. It wasn't like you went pedal to the metal. It was like the last 30 seconds of that round, all right, he threw a head kick. It wasn't the first crazy. 4 minutes. He was still, remember, he had to get let up by the ref.
Right.
So he was still losing
crazy.
that round.
Chael Sonnen does not believe that Jon Jones is being sincere in saying he's going to retire after fighting Stipe. He thinks it's a marketing ploy. On his YouTube channel, Chael said, I'm watching this. Oh, Jon has grabbed onto that retirement idea. He did not mean it. It was completely insincere. It wasn't even his idea. Somebody else said it, he heard it, thought it might be good to go with. And there are a couple of different reasons guys that are not going to retire say that they're going to retire. One could be he heard somebody else say it, thought it might be good marketing. He never comes out and does anything to try for marketing, and he went for it. Another one is just the same reason you did things like that when you were a child, so that somebody else would tell, oh no, hey, whoa, we want you, you're great. Aljamain Sterling explains why he was pissed off with Sean O'Malley and his team. On his YouTube channel, he says Merab beating Sean was the universe correcting itself.
Last time I would like to speak about this. I was pissed when O'Malley started gloating about the win as if they didn't stack the deck in favor of him fighting Petr Yan in Abu Dhabi when I fought TJ Dillashaw, and them allowing him to sit to prepare for me within 11 months while I had to turn around and cut the weight again. The mental roller coaster of fighting, thinking I'm getting a break, and then you get an adrenaline dump, and then you have to get all the way back up again and be excited to fight 5 rounds again and cut 35 pounds. If you guys think that's fair, I mean, maybe you've never fought, maybe you've never competed, you don't know what that feels like. It's not like wrestling where you know what you're expecting to do in a wrestling season. For this, I'm expecting I'm going to get some time to actually recover my injuries so that I can get a proper training camp and get ready for Sean. Did not happen. And that's my only thing. I didn't like the gloating about it, and I thought it was distasteful for his team to be doing that. And then, of course, they were being very cocky and arrogant about it. I know Sean does a lot of it for the jokes, the LOLs with the Z. When Merab finally got his shake, them giving him Henry Cejudo to get some type of way to have Merab lose, beats Henry Cejudo, and then goes out and fights the now former king in Sean O'Malley and dominates. I just think the universe has finally corrected itself. This is what a fair fight looks like. Instead of O'Malley fighting Merab when he was supposed to, the UFC gave him a layup of Chito Vera. Now, Chito's tough, but he wasn't ranked top 5. I just don't like, again, the gloating about it, making it seem like this guy was going to have this sugar era.
Anthony Smith says he doesn't take Alex Pereira seriously when he says he's moving back down to 185. As you guys know, after Dricus Du Plessis defeated Izzy, Alex said he wanted to move back down and reclaim the middleweight title. Smith says he thinks it's pretty much impossible at this point for Alex to cut that weight.
I think that part of Alex Pereira is he's a media darling, and he knows what people want to hear, and he leans into that pretty heavy. I just got a tough time seeing that man at 185 pounds again. It seems unreal and doesn't seem like it's even possible. So I don't take it very seriously because I don't know that he can make it.
Well, Dana took it seriously. Dana was all about it and said that he loved it, but I'm with you. I mean, not taking away from Israel, is he? Not taking away. But that's why he knocked him out. Because he has to kill himself. The man's gigantic, so he has to kill himself to make 185. What, is he going to go back down to 185 to fight Dricus? If Izzy can knock him out, has the power to, then Dricus has as well. But does it not annoy you that the champion's not defending?
Yeah, for sure. for sure. But he is defending. I mean, he's about to. He's pretty active. I mean, he's fought Yuri, he fought Jamal, he's fighting again. It's like his third fight. Let him say whatever he wants. I don't think he's going to 185 pounds, and he's about to have his third title defense in a year. So, like,
yeah,
he's doing his thing. And then he's going to fight DDP, and he's going to go to heavyweight and try to fight Jon. He's all over the place.
We actually have some more news regarding Anthony Smith and Alex Pereira. As you guys know, the two have gone back and forth for the past year. It started with Pereira taking issue with Smith's commentating. He said that Smith never gives him credit. It looks like the two were actually filming some content together leading up to UFC 307. Alex reposted this clip to his Instagram story. Ilia Topuria is now dismissing a fight against Sean O'Malley after he lost to Merab. In an interview with Marca, Ilia said some other better fight will come along. It's like the same with Paddy Pimblett. It seemed like a super attractive fight, but if you're not at the same level, what can I do? You get defeated even before you get into the octagon with me. I don't even need to get in there for people to know that I'm better than you. So why fight? Sean O'Malley is fully convinced that he beat Merab. Sean rewatched the fight with him and Merab today. He wrote round 1. I won that round 100%. Based on damage, that's my round. Round 2, Def lost. Took very little damage though. Round 3 was closer than round 1 in my opinion. My round. Up 2-1 going into the 4th. Round 4, Merab's round for sure. 2-2 going into the 5th. And round 5, I won. I am the champ. God is good. 1-3-5 round I won. Defending the belt against Umar in Vegas June/July. Please ESPN repost the fight. 1-3-5. Sean then went live on X. Here's what he had to say.
Twitter. I haven't rewatched the fight. Oh, I don't know how this Twitter space works. I think we're on. Tim, is this Twitter? Does this mean it's... Oh, okay, yeah, it means it's working. All right, Twitter fam. I have not rewatched the fight because the narrative around this fight was I got my ass whooped. I'm gonna ask the UFC if they will please post that fight on YouTube. I won the 1st, 3rd, and 5th round. And I challenge all you little dorks that think that I got my ass kicked to go and rewatch that fight. I know it's hard, non-biased, to rewatch it, whether you hate me or love me. Rewatch that fight, turn the commentary off, and tell me I did not win that fight. I won the 1st, 3rd, and 5th. Oh, I'm fired up right now. Oh, I'm the champ. I won. I'm the champ. Where's my belt? Get my belt out that suitcase. Get that belt out my suitcase. I'm the champ, baby. I'm the champ, baby. Snapchat fam, I just went absolutely crazy on Twitter. I won that fight. Just rewatched it. Round 1, 3, and 5. Tell me I'm wrong. I know the haters are watching. Watch that fight. Rewatch it without commentary. Honest opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I truly, after the fight, all the narrative was like, my kicked. I was like, whatever. I'm not even gonna rewatch the fight. Like, whatever. Just rewatched it. That is not even the case at all. I hurt him more. Round 1, 3, and 5, I won those rounds. I'm the champ. I'm defending my belt against Umar. Let's go!
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Mike Z. It says, with Tom being the backup, Stipe has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. The second one says, didn't take long for Sean to get salty. And the final one's from Ravager803. It says, Sandhagen versus O'Malley would definitely be an interesting fight. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.